Hey guys, it's Emax here coming at you with a new video. I figured I would do another vlog. I kind of wanted to do another video after I did the Realness of Me video, but I wanted to do one when I was a bit more comfortable talking about the other things that I had to talk about. Actually, after making that video, my depression has gotten quite a bit better. I have joined a great group of women selling unique makeup products, and my sponsor is absolutely wonderful. She's helped me with a lot of stuff, and I have a great group of girlfriends that can help me with that, and that I can turn to with other things too. But basically, my biggest thing that I wanted to discuss was that in June, I recently lost my partner. He didn't die, obviously, like, he didn't die or anything, but he left, and it was my fault. I refuse to let him take any blame for any of that, because I know that it was my depression that affected everything and whatnot that caused the end of our relationship, and I'm okay now. I wasn't for about 2 months, but this is nearly August, so it's been almost 2 months. And I'm okay. I really am. He is still one of my best friends, and I still feel like I can talk to him about anything, but I don't know. It's just done with us right now, and it's time for me to fully admit it to the public and to myself that we aren't together anymore, and it sucks, and I hate it, and yeah, it is what it is, but I have to move on, I guess. So I spent a lot of time being depressed and upset about that because I thought he was going to be the man I married, and I had our wedding planned and all of this stuff, and turned out that it wasn't the case. So I am now doing the single mom thing again by myself, which is absolutely terrifying, being a single mom. So yeah, I have to deal with that again by myself, all alone. And I think in my last, sorry, my nose is, I just did my makeup, and my nose always runs when I do my makeup. I'm sorry. I became a single mother in February. Or not a single mom. I got full custody of my kids in February. Sorry. And it obviously took a toll on myself because in 9 years, I was never really a single mom. I had my husband at the time, and then shortly after we broke up, I got into a relationship that lasted 3 years, and then shortly after that, I got into the relationship with my last partner, which ended quite abruptly, but it ended. So now for the past 2 months, I have been doing the single mom thing, and oh God, it's taken a toll on me. I went from being in a relationship with the man I thought I was going to marry to like 9 days later, my grandmother died. And my grandmother was basically my mom after my mom died. She took the role over, sorry, after my mom died 5 years ago. Sorry, my mom died 5 years ago this July, and my grandma died this June. Sorry. She died this June. A month to the day that my mom's anniversary was. And that was really hard on me. It took a big toll on me. I think that was the hardest thing I've had to go through in years. Obviously, losing my mom was very difficult. And that was really, really, really hard on me. But losing my grandmother, who stepped in and became my mom when my mom was gone. Sorry, I didn't want to cry on camera. It was very, very, very difficult for me. It took a lot out of me. And I didn't want to leave my bed for the longest time. I have more recently been able to accept it. I mean, not accept it, but like, 'cause I don't accept it. But, like, there are still times where I'll go and pick up my phone, something happens, like recently, like, I started talking to someone new, and it felt great, and I was really happy. Well, I am really happy about it. And I went to go, my grandma, she was probably the one person that I could tell anything to. She was almost like my best friend. And I went to go call her to tell her. And there have been several times I went to go pick up the phone to go call her, and she's not there for me to talk to anymore. But, so that's something that I'm trying to deal with at the moment, while getting over a relationship at the same time. So I've been dealing with a lot, and no one actually knows except for the people that are like the closest in my life. Like, my family knew about my relationship ending. A couple close friends knew. Like, a couple of my best friends knew about it ending. But recently, I am more able to talk about the fact that it is over. I think it's just because I thought he was the one. I thought it was the one that I was going to be in for the rest of my life. And it's okay that it's not, because I want all of the happiness in the world for him. I really do. I will always love him, and I will always care about him, and I want him to be happy more than anything. And yeah, that's basically just it. I didn't want this to be, sorry, my nose is running because I was crying. I didn't want this to be another, really depression vlog. More or less. I just kind of wanted to air out the rest of the stuff that I was not able to talk about in the last one, which was the fact that my relationship of 2.5 years had ended. And I know that for some people that's not an overly long time, but for me it was, because like I said, I thought I was going to marry him, but I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing I can change about it. I have to focus on me and my girls now, and I have to make sure that my girls are okay, because I'm literally it. I'm what they've got. So I need to make sure that they're okay, and I need to make sure that they're taken care of, and that they have everything that they need. Whether that be emotional support or anything. I know that in the last video, I'm sure I mentioned this, but if I didn't, I suffer from bipolar disorder, manic depressant bipolar disorder, actually. And I have minor, anger issues. My anger actually hasn't been too bad. recently. It's been quite a bit better. I've learned quite a few tactics to deal with that. And my depression's only been bad recently because of the fact that my relationship ended and because of the fact that my grandmother died. But other than that, everything's under control. I have everything good. And yeah, it's more or less just having the people in my life that can support me and that can deal with all of this stuff with me. But my main priority, obviously, is my daughters. It is both of them. They are my world. They mean everything to me. And I need to make sure that even though I am grieving for the loss of my grandmother and I was grieving for the loss of my relationship, I need to make sure that they're okay. I need to make sure that them losing their stepfather and them losing their great-grandmother, that they're still okay. I know previously in this vlog, I said that I had started talking to someone new. New to me. I am very happy with that. I am very happy with him. And I like him. I've already had a discussion with my oldest because of this. Because I did, there's no, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea because I am talking to someone. I don't want them to think that in, the next week we're going to start dating or anything like that. I have no idea what's even going to happen. But, Abby's my best friend. She really is. She is my best friend, and I talk to her about anything that I really can. Obviously, I leave out inappropriate age things from her, but I did talk to her about this, and she's not overly happy with it. Sorry, I had to pause for a second because my daughter came in. I think I was saying that I talked to Abby about it, about this new person that I was talking to. I just wanted to kind of see how she felt about it, more or less. I explained to her I don't plan on dating anytime soon. Maybe, I don't know, going out on a date's one thing, but I don't plan on having someone move in or anything like that. That's all she's ever really known, because after their dad, I started dating someone. We were together for 3 years. We were engaged to be married. And we moved in together shortly after we started dating, not too long after. And then with my last one, he lived out of town for 5.5 months. And then moved back home, and then moved in with me, which was amazing. And that was a good gap that we didn't have together, but he still there was always that thing. I don't have an issue with having a gap like that, but at the same time, I also don't want my kids to get attached to someone new again and then have it fail. My biggest fear is having someone come into the picture again and my kids getting attached and falling in love with them and talking about the future and all this stuff and making plans and everything, and then it blowing up again. And now I will wholeheartedly admit that my last relationship did end because of me. It was my depression got in the way, and I went through a really bad depression spell that I could not fix on my own, and my medication was not working quick enough, and it was not strong enough, and it was not good enough. And it had absolutely, anyone that watches this that knows me, I don't want anybody to think that it was his fault. I don't want that, because it was not. It was wholeheartedly mine. And I know that saying that depression isn't an excuse, and I'm not even trying to use it as an excuse. I don't want people saying that it was an excuse because of whatever, or that he's an asshole because he left because of it. I don't want that. I really don't. Because I've had depression for going on what, I was 18, or no, I was 15 when I was first diagnosed with depression. I'll be 29 next month. No, okay, so August is tomorrow. So I'll be 29 in 2 weeks. Literally in 2 weeks. On August 11th, I'll be 29. I don't want, like, it, by now, I know my triggers. I know my issues. I know what flares it up. I know how to calm it down. And yes, anyone that suffers from depression or anxiety or anything like that, or from bipolar disorder, they understand that you can't fully control it. You can't fully stop it. But because of all of the stuff that I went through, because I was being attacked at the time, not physically, please don't think physically, I was not. It was emotionally, and it was not by him at all. It was by an outside source. I was going through a physical attack, and again, I need to stress, it was not by him. He was amazing. It was not by him. And I was dealing with that, as well as the fact that I was gaining full custody of my children, which was the first time that I had had that since we separated 5 years ago. And it was all just kind of piling up at once. And I got extremely stressed out and extremely depressed. And stopped doing anything. I stopped paying attention to him. I stopped paying attention to my house. I stopped doing anything around the house. I stopped being emotionally attentive to him, and I relied too much on him. And of course, that's not fair to him. And I understand that now, and I understand that too little, too late type thing. And like I said before, it is what it is. I'm always going to love him. I will, and all I want is the best for him. I won't name names. Anyone that knows me, they know who I'm talking about. But, like I said, it is what it is. I want the best for him. I want him to find a relationship that he can love and be happy in. And that's basically it. And as for me, I know I've talked a lot about my previous relationship, but that's the biggest thing that I was not ready to talk about. But that's my biggest trigger. Like, that's the biggest thing I've gone through in the last little while. And, like, minus the fact that obviously, like, me losing my grandmother was a huge thing, and it took a huge toll on me, and like, I didn't tear up too much talking about my previous relationship, but I've done my crying over that. I've done my heartbreak over that. Me losing my grandmother was like losing a parent, so there's a huge difference there. And I have lost a parent, so I know what that pain is. But yeah. So, recently, though, since like I said at the beginning, since I uploaded my last vlog, I have done a lot better for myself. I joined, like I said before, I joined the Unique team. I now sell Unique makeup. I do this YouTube stuff. I'm getting my bills in order after having to deal with all of that stuff. I have an amazing support team behind me. My kids are amazing. They have taken all of this so well. Of course, they miss their stepdad and their grandmother, great-grandmother, and all of that. But they, like my oldest daughter, Abby, has done so much for me in the past 2 months. Other than giving her life, I'm not really sure how to repair. She's done so much for me. She's helped me more than I think anyone else has. She has helped with laundry and with cleaning the house and with feeding her sister and everything. And she's only turning 9 in August. And I feel horrible for even having had her do anything. Because I'm her mom. I'm supposed to do this stuff. I'm supposed to do the cooking and the cleaning and all of this stuff. And I'm very old-fashioned, so I am the type of person that believes that I should be the one doing the cooking and the cleaning and the taking care of the kids, making sure that everything's good and ready and done and all of this stuff. But because I am also bipolar, I was not able to. Because when you become in a state like that, you essentially are in your bed and you physically cannot get out. And I know to some people that don't suffer from that, they're not going to understand, but it literally feels like there is a weight on you and you can't move and you can't get out and there's nothing you can do. And it sucks. It really, really, really does. It takes a huge impact on your life. It takes a huge impact on who you are. But at the same time, you can overcome it. You really can. After he left, after my partner left, I almost went through agoraphobia, and I did not want that because I knew what that would do to me. And if you don't know what agoraphobia is, it's where you have a fear of leaving the house and socializing with anybody or going to any places that are not physically comfortable for you. And I didn't want that. Shortly after we broke up, I went to Walmart, and Walmart was a place that I frequented to get groceries or house supplies or whatever. And I had a panic attack right in the store because of it. Because I was not able to be out of the house knowing that we weren't together. And I was not okay with that. And it's been a daily struggle. But I am on July 31st. This happened on June 10th. And I'm okay. I really am. I want him to know I'm okay. I want him to know that I'm happy. That I hope he's happy. That he can be happy. That I'm always here for him. That I will always love him. And that he doesn't need to feel bad or anything. And that we're okay. Me and the girls, we're okay. We are. It may have taken me a long time, but it's because I knew it was real. That's why it took me a long time to get over that. I'm not over it, but more like able to deal with it. I'm able to leave the house and I can talk to people, and I've started talking to someone new. And like I said before, I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. I don't know, but you never know. You really never know. And yeah, I just want to keep moving forward and being happy and being able to be me. I missed me. I missed who I was. And he didn't take that away from me. It was my depression that took that away from me. And I lost my best friend over it. My best friend in the entire world. She was literally my soulmate, my other half. And I lost her because of who I became because of my depression. And I don't like that. I miss her every single day. And I will love her forever. And I hate it that I couldn't be there for her when she needed me. And I hate that we aren't talking anymore. It kills me. But I understand. I do. I really, really, really do. I understand why we aren't talking anymore, and I understand where she's coming from. But, yeah. I am not the same person that I was when we stopped talking, when him and I started having issues. I'm back to me. I really am. The fun-loving me that I missed for so long. And that I wanted back for so long, and that couldn't come back without me really pushing and fighting. And I honestly believe it was just my depression that didn't let me fight, didn't let me push. But I don't know. I guess I won't really ever know. But yeah. I'm back, and I love it, and I'm happy, and I feel great. And I would love to be out of my bed, but unfortunately, because I sprained my ankle severely the other day, I can't get out of bed, which sucks. Because I spent so much time in bed because of my depression, and now I have to do it all over again because of my ankle, which sucks. But, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. At least I'm taking care of my health, I guess. But yeah. I just kind of wanted to give an update on my life. I know that a lot of you guys responded to my last video about me. And I know that it was kind of like a eye-opener to some people who didn't understand what I was dealing with, didn't understand what I was going through. And I have no issues talking about it. I have no issues talking with anyone who deals with depression or anxiety or bipolar disorder or anything. I don't. I would love to talk to you so that you at least can have like an outlet, because me, I 110% understand what you're going through. I do. Whether or not it's the situation that you're going through or the fact that you're just feeling like you've got no one in your corner. I promise you, and I know that there's a million people out there that will tell you this, I'm in your corner. I really am. Because I am one of few people who understand fully what bipolar disorder feels like and what anxiety and depression feel like. I know that there are so many people out there nowadays that deal with depression. And my heart hurts because of that. My now 7-year-old daughter, who at the time was 6, was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. 6 years old, she was diagnosed with it. I bawled 4 weeks thinking it was my fault because this can be hereditary and whatnot. So I cried for so long thinking that she gained that from me, because there's a really high chance that she did get that from me. She has ADHD, she has severe ADHD and social anxiety, which there's a good chance that she got from her father, which I'm not, of course, blaming at all, because you can't control your genetics. But the depression and anxiety part, I did not want any of my kids to get. I didn't want them to get the bipolar or the anxiety or the depression or any of it. And then to hear at 6 years old, my daughter was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, it killed me. I was broken. Like, that's probably what sent me over the edge initially. I have had probably September. At the end of September, it'll be a year since she was diagnosed with everything. I've had that amount of time to accept it. I don't fully still. And it's almost August. I don't fully accept it still. But obviously I know she has it. And it's something that she has to deal with. So, of course, I am always in her corner. And I am someone she can talk to. And I constantly not push it on my kids, but like let them know like I'm there. Mommy's always here for you to talk to, and you can tell me anything, literally anything in the world you can talk to me about. You can tell me anything. I will tell you anything that you want to know, all of that. We are an open book family, and that's, in my opinion, how kids should be raised. But yeah. So anyways, I think I'm going to probably stop venting now, and I just kind of wanted to give you an update on me and let the rest of what I had to get off of my chest off, which was my relationship ending, I can't remember if I talked about my grandma passing in the last video or not, but that, my daughter, her mental health issues. I hate saying mental health issues. It just doesn't seem right to me. But yeah. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please feel free to share it. Share it with anyone that you know. Anyone that needs to be in contact with someone, please, 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 please reach out to me. I am always here. And yeah, please share it. Share this video. And I will see you guys next time. Much love, guys. Bye.